But before we do that, guys, I wanna give you guys a primer on the prediction stuff. Okay. All right. So let's do this thing. Let's get to a safe spot here. This seems safe enough. Certainly, Enderman can't push us off here. Yeah, we're fine here. Okay. All right, guys. So here we go. Are you guys ready? All right. So this is what everybody in chat needs to be like today. Okay. Everyone in chat today, you know, I'm something of a prophet myself. It is what it is. It is what it is. This is the type of attitude you got to go into this with, okay? You got to go into it with this type of attitude. I'm something of a prophet myself. So you got to go into it with that type of attitude. Another thing. It is very sad, but we do have to wait an entire year to see these predictions, how they sort of turn out. But that's also part of the fun, right? So we don't want to see anybody like this. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. You got to wait a whole year. It is a long time, but the year goes faster than you think. So just know it takes a while. It takes a while, but and sometimes you don't get them right. Sometimes you get them right. It depends. But yeah, just don't be like this cat, this adorable, cute kitten. Don't be like that kitten. And then the good thing is, if you do get predictions right, this is what it feels like when you get predictions right after waiting 1 year for the results. So, I mean, you really do have, a lot of clout if you get it right. If you get it right, this is what it feels like. You feel exactly like this guy in this photo. Very fancy, very privileged if you get this predictions right. If you get something wrong, this is what you're like. This could be you next year, right? If you get this, don't worry about getting things wrong because there's always next year to make predictions. Okay, so don't worry if you get any of them wrong. The only thing you cannot do, very important, Chad. The only thing you cannot do, you cannot get every single one wrong. If you get 0 predictions right, this is what happens. That's right. You meet Scar in the back rooms, folks. And I'm not even sure that's Scar. It looks like Scar. It might be Scar. But it might not be Scar. But you meet this demon Scar variant in the back rooms. So, there you go. There you go, guys. Now you're ready. Now you're ready for what's coming. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. So that's kind of what we're in store for here with these predictions, okay? Just to get you guys up to speed. Yep, that's bad. That's bad times with Scar. Exactly, guys. Exactly. That's what's going on. Yep. Scarred for life comes with a whole new meaning after meeting Scar in the back rooms. Yep. Whole new meaning. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know what that even means, man. But so you have to get at least one right, guys. There's a total of 16 questions. So you got to get one right. It's not too hard. But if anybody gets 0 right, they meet Scar in the back rooms. That's what happens. I know. It's weird. It's weird. It's very weird. You don't want to do this suddenly. So yeah, there we go. Oh, here we are. Okay. Everybody get your pens and papers ready. All right, here we go. All right, are you guys ready? Here we go. I'm gonna actually box myself in here because this is good. Give me a bit of time here. 1 second here. Bada bing. Okay. All right, chat. So we are doing New Year's Eve predictions right now. All right, so make sure you got your pen and paper. I got mine right here. What you need to do is you need to label it. You see here, I have written New Year's Eve 2025 predictions. And then you also want to label your paper on the side. Maybe if you have lined, it's great if you have like lined paper for this. I don't, but you don't necessarily have to. But you want to right now in advance, let's just label 1 to 16 down the side of the paper. So you can see, like, if I get close here, hopefully you can see the paper. Yeah, down the numbers. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe not. Can you? I don't even know if you can see that. The camera doesn't focus. But yeah, label 1 to 16 down the side. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down the line. So, yeah. Yeah, just go ahead and do that right now. And we will get into the questions. All right. So, the way this works, guys, is 1 year from today, we'll have another stream that will be the same date except next year. So New Year's Eve 2026, right back here, same time, probably. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, same time, and we'll go over the answers to these and make new predictions for 2027. So this is a yearly thing we're going to start right now. Okay. So yeah, it's just a fun thing. Don't take it too seriously, etc. You guys know the drill. Anyways, let's get into the questions. All right, first of all, I'm going to move webcam down 1 second here. First question. That's not the webcam. That's something else. Where's webcam at, bro? Oh my God, webcam, what are you doing? Oh, here we go. Okay. First question. Yes or no question. Will fletching table functionality be added? For context, guys, let me just get you up to speed. If you're unaware, it has been 2,485 days since fletching table functionality was promised to us. Now, they've added functionality for the smithing table, which was also promised alongside fletching table functionality. But fletching table functionality still remains not added. Right? They've added the smithing table. The smithing table you can use to upgrade stuff to netherite, and you can put armor trims on. Fletching table, it's just got nothing. Will this year be the year? So by this time next year, December 31st, 2026, will fletching table functionality in some way be added to the game? Yes or no? That's question number 1. Okay, question number 1. By the way, side note, February 4th is Armageddon Day for fletching table. That's the day when fletching table will have been in the game longer without functionality than it's been since it was added to the game. So it'll have been in the game longer than it has not been in the game. Fletching table Armageddon Day. Basically. So yeah, fletching table functionality, will it be added or not? Yes or no? That's question number 1. I am also participating. Yeah, I'm writing down my questions here. I put, well, you have to find out next year. So yeah, yes or no on question 1. All right, next question. Question 2. Will Minecraft have an end-themed update and or expand the inventory? So this is an either-or question. Will they have an end-themed update where they update, for instance, the Outer End Islands, or add ore to the end, or something to the end? Or will they expand the inventory, or will they do both? Yes or no? Yes or no? What do you think? Question number 2, yes or no? Let's see. I don't know about this one. I'm gonna say... This is a tough one. Alright. I got my answer. It's a yes or no. So so either if you think both will happen, then it's yes. If you think one will happen, it's yes. If you think neither will happen, it's no. On this one. This is released. Yeah, so this is something that will have happened by this time next year. All right, that's question number 2. Question number 3. Will we see 4 drops or updates, however you want to call it, this year? Will we see 4 of them? Now, for context, Minecraft has said they aim for 4. spring, summer, fall, winter. But will they or will they not? Will they or will they not? Welcome, Impulse Raiders. Hello, everybody. Welcome, everyone. Today, guys, we are doing predictions. Those of you who are joining us from Impulse, welcome. We're doing predictions today on Minecraft-related things and Hermitcraft-related things. So welcome. Welcome. So yeah, will we see 4 drops or updates this year? We will see. We will see. So again, yes or no question. Yes or no question here, guys. That's question number 3. Question number 3. Question number 3. By the way, this image, by the way, from Total Chaos in Season 9. You might know. This was from the creation of it. During development of it. So yeah. This is it. Yes or no? Question number 3 right there. Question number 3. Alright, next question. Question number 4. Will we see any experimental changes make it into a drop or an update? Any experimental changes? So that means, there's been a couple of experiments done by Minecraft that have been in the experimental stage for a couple years now. So there was an experimental minecart change where they basically make minecarts go super fast, or you can make minecarts go super fast. And they also do things like move your vision around corners and stuff like that. There was a redstone experimental change, and there were experimental changes to villagers, which are still not in the game. Will any of these be added to Minecraft? Yes or no? That's question 4. That's question 4. So will any of the experiments be added? It's an interesting question. Because they kind of just, at one point had all these experiments going, and then they just stopped doing stuff with them. But sometimes they bring them back. Like they brought the bundles back after a couple of years. So some of these could be added at some point. So will that happen by this time next year? By this time next year. All right. Question 5. Question 5. Will Minecraft add a new ore? And some of you guys coming over from Impulse might recognize this photo. Impulse was part of the Diamond Block Bearded Bros. That's us in Season 9 with the beard on. So, will Minecraft add a new ore? Yes or no is question 5. I'm gonna do that. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Yes or no question. All right. Next question. Question 6. How many mobs will be added in drop updates? Now, there is a caveat to this one. Let me... 1 second here. So, you have... This excludes mob variants, okay? So, what I mean by that is you can't have... like, let's say if there was a... the Nautilus, for example. Nautilus has the regular Nautilus, the zombie Nautilus, and the zombie coral Nautilus. That is considered 1 for the purposes of this question, okay? So it excludes any variants. It's just totally new mobs. And you're allowed, at whatever number you put down, you're allowed 2 in either direction. So let's say if you made a prediction of 5 and they added 3, you'd still get the question right, okay? So you have a variant of 2 allowed. So you can be wrong 2 higher or 2 lower and still get the question correct. Okay? So how many mobs will be added in the drops and updates this next year? I'm gonna say... Let's say that. All right, so that's question number 6, guys. Question number 6. Question number 6. All right, next question. How many new blocks will be added in drops and updates from this year onward? So this time next year, how many new blocks will have been added to the game? Again, this excludes variants. So for instance, I'm going to use the example of Blackstone. Blackstone has slabs and stairs and cracked Blackstone and Blackstone bricks And polished blackstone, that counts as 1. That counts as 1. So how many blocks will be added? We're also giving a plus minus correct answer of 5. So how many completely new blocks will be added? I'm gonna say this is a tough one because you got to consider no new block has been added in the last couple of updates. Like this most recent update, I mean. So it's kind of a crazy question. I'm gonna go whole year. I'm gonna go with that. This is the one I'm most curious because I think it could be the answer could be like 2. The answer could be also like 50. So or 100 even. So yeah. How many new blocks? That's question 7 for those of you guys keeping track on your paper here. All right. So question 8. Will we see a movie trailer for Minecraft Movie 2 in 2026? I'm hoping they call it I'm hoping they call it another Minecraft movie. The release date, by the way, some info for you guys is the release date is July 23rd, 2027. So, will we see a trailer in 2026 by this time next year? Yes or no? That is the question here for question 8. For those of you guys keeping track. Yes or no, will we see a movie trailer for Minecraft Movie 2 in 2026? So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see if we do or not. All right. Next question, question 9. How many new structures will Minecraft add in drops or updates? And you get plus or minus 2 allowed. So, again, if you guess like 10 and they add 8 structures, you're fine. If you guess 0 and they add 2, you're fine. But if you guessed, let's say 5 and they added 8, you'd miss the question. So there's a variance of plus or minus 2 allowed on this one. So keep that in mind to get the question. You don't have to get it exactly right, is what I'm saying. So new structures. This is tough. This is tough. Okay. Got mine. Got my answer. Got my answer. What counts as a structure? What do you mean what counts as a structure? So this would be things like structures are things like nether fortresses, desert wells, jungle temples, desert temples. Those are structures. So things that the player didn't build that are placed in the world automatically, basically. Would one village count as one structure? Yes. One village would count as one structure. Yep, broken portal counts as a structure, yep. Yep. Alright, you guys got that one? Question 9. Okay, so now we're going to go into the Hermitcraft questions. Hermitcraft questions for this next year. How many games will be playable on Hermitcraft? We got Basketball in the background there. How many games will be playable on Hermitcraft by this time next year? And you have a plus minus allowed of 3 here. So you can vary 3 either way from your answer to get it right. This one I am not sure about. Let's see. This is question 10, by the way. Okay, got my answer. Got my answer. So how many games playable on Hermitcraft? This time next year. This is a tough one. Are there any playable games now on Hermitcraft? I don't think there are there? Has somebody made a game yet? I don't think they are. I don't think there are any. Sorry, yeah, I'll turn off the game sounds. Hang on. And there we go. Perfect. Sweet. Will I tell you your answers? I will tell you my answers 1 year from today. So tune back exactly 1 year from today if you want to know my answers. All right, so that's question 10. Question 11. Will a hermit base burn down? So we have fire tick on this year on Hermitcraft. Will somebody's base have significant fire damage done to it this year? It's a yes or no question. This, by the way, is looking upwards at total chaos before I put in the powdered snow to prevent people from seeing the top of it. Or no, this is actually after that. Yeah, this is actually after. Yeah, this is the top of total chaos right here. We're looking at zoomed in. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. But yeah, will a hermit base burn down? Will a hermit base burn down? This is question 11, by the way, if you're following along. Question 11. Question 11. This can be for any reason. It doesn't have to be somebody could set it on fire. It could happen naturally, be a fire spread. Lightning could burn it down. For any reason. Any reason. Will a hermit base burn down? Question 11. All right. Next one. Who will have the most deaths on Hermitcraft? By the way, this is not a photo of Scar here. This is a photo of Pearl wearing Scar's head. And also holding Scar's heads. So there you go. So who will have the most deaths on Hermitcraft this time next year? We shall see. We shall see. Keep in mind, this is all deaths, right? So there could be some mini games that sway some things one way or another, depending on who plays and who doesn't play and how many times they play and stuff like that. So the answer may or may not be what you think. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. This also does include when you blow up yourself. So like if somebody needs a bunch of heads, they could, potentially get a lot of deaths that way. They need a bunch of heads, like hundreds of heads. So that's another way that this could happen. Yeah. By the way, yeah, I did have the most deaths last season. Just FYI, because of mostly because of that. I think I got into for some reason I needed a whole bunch of heads for some reason, and I also did a bunch of things that killed me or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, it may not be what you think. Consider your answers carefully here for who might have the most deaths. So that is question 12. Who will have the most deaths on Hermitcraft? Next question. Question 13. Who will have the most player kills on Hermitcraft? Who will have the most player kills on Hermitcraft? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? And keep in mind, this also includes when you blow yourself up for a head, you get a player kill. That counts. That counts. So who will have the most player kills? This one's actually an interesting question. I actually have no idea. If somebody makes a PvP game, this could go off the rails too. I'm gonna say. Okay, I know who I'm gonna say. Okay. Every kill counts, and any player kill counts. All right. Next question. That's question 13. Question 14. How many hermits will play Hightail in a video or stream? And I can guarantee you. Hold on. I should say, this has a plus or minus of 1 hermit. So if you get it within 1, you get the question right. How many hermits will play? I can tell you right now, it's going to be at least 1. because I will be at least trying it. So how many Hermits will play Hytale in a video or stream? If you don't know what Hytale is, it's a game created by Simon Hypixel, who runs the Hypixel server. And they are making their own standalone game, which is looks like it's kind of similar to Minecraft. It's not in a finished state yet, but it's in early access and actually will be coming out on the 13th of this coming month, January 13th. How many? And again, it's plus or minus 1 either side. I'm going to say... nah, I'm going to go a little different. I'm going to go... Okay, that's better. Okay. All right, so that is question 14. How many Hermits will play Hytale in a video or stream? You get plus or minus 1. This next one is also plus or minus 1. How many Hermits will attend TwitchCon, European TwitchCon EU, or San Diego this year? How many Hermits will attend TwitchCon EU or Hermitcraft or San Diego this year? And I should say this is combined. I should say and, actually. So total Hermits attending TwitchCon EU or San Diego this year. And you get plus or minus 1 allowed. Oh, we got ads? Oh my god. Hold on, let's go back. Let's go back. We'll wait for the ads. Sorry guys, I didn't realize. Didn't realize. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. We'll wait for the ads. Shouldn't be more than a minute and a half or so. We'll wait. We'll wait. We're waiting for ads, guys. We're waiting for ads. Ads done? We good? Good to go on to the next question? Okay. So this is question 15. How many Hermits will attend TwitchCon EU or San Diego this year? So in general, how many Hermits will go to TwitchCon? You don't get to count twice, too, by the way. So if somebody goes to both, they only count once. And you're allowed one either way from what you answer. So if you guess 8 and there's 9 that go, you get it right, basically. You know? But if it's 12, then you don't get it right, obviously. So how many Hermits in total attend TwitchCon EU or San Diego this year? Let's see. I'm going to say... Let's say this now. There we go. Okay. Whoops. Hello. All right. So that's question 15. Question 15. Next question and final question. 16th question. How many events, will Hermits win this year? So this includes MCC, this includes Block Wars, this includes Twitch Rivals events, stuff like that. You get plus or minus 1 is allowed here. So whatever number you put down, plus or minus 1. So how many Minecraft events will Hermits win? And this is actually from us winning the most recent time we won MCC with H-Bomb and Dave and False. So yeah. There you go. Little MCC screenshot there. So, how many will Hermits win? And there has to be a Hermit on the team for it to count as a win, basically. Or individual, if it's an individual win. I'm going to say... Man, it's tough to... I don't know how many... See, the hard part is you don't know how many events people are going to be in. I'm going to say... that many. All right, and that was the 16th and last question. For those of you guys who got here early, hang on. We got a jump scare. There we go! So the first question, for those of you guys who didn't get here in time, I think Impulse, the people coming over from Impulse didn't see the first question. The first question was yes or no, will fletching table functionality be added? This is for the people who were not there before we started this. So this is question 1. Question 2, will Minecraft have an end-themed update and or expand the inventory? Yes or no? That's question 2. That's question 2. Question 3, will we see 4 drops or updates this year? Yes or no? Question 4, will any existing experimental changes, minecarts, redstone villagers, get added to the game? Yes or no? So this is like, the minecart speed update, the increases the speed of the minecarts. This is the villagers being biome specific. This is some of the changes they made to redstone that were all currently experiments, but they have not done something with them in a while. So yes or no? Will Minecraft add a new ore is question 5. Question 5. Question 6. How many mobs will be added in drops and updates? And you are allowed 2 either side of your guess. However many you guess. Then we have question 7. How many new blocks will be added in drops or updates? You're allowed plus or minus 5 for this question. Yes or no, will we see a Minecraft trailer for Minecraft Movie 2 in 2026? This is question 8. Again, the release date is July 23rd, 2027. Do we see a trailer this coming year, though? And then how many structures will be added in drops and updates? That's question 9. Again, plus or minus 2 allowed. Question 10. How many games will be playable on Hermitcraft this time next year? You're allowed 3 on either side of your answer. So that means if you guess 10, any number of games between 7 and 13, you get the answer right. If you're outside of that, then you got none. Then we have question 11. Will a hermit's base burn down at some point during this next year? Question 12. Who will have the most deaths on the server? Question 13. Who will have the most player kills on Hermitcraft? And then you probably have already seen these because we were just there. But question 14. How many hermits will play Hytale in a video or stream? Question 15. How many hermits will attend TwitchCon EU or San Diego this year? So that's total hermits attending. And then the final question, which we just saw again, how many events will hermits win? And you're allowed plus or minus 1 on this one. So there you go, guys. That's it. That's the prediction. So now you got your sheet, right? What you got to do, you fold it in half like this. Fold it in half. You write on there NYE predictions 2025 do not open until December 31st, 2026. There you go. Do not open until December 31st, 2026. So you fold this in half, and this is actually critically important. This is probably the most important part of the entire thing. You put this somewhere where you will remember where you put it. Because if you don't remember where you put it, then you don't know what you predicted. And if you don't know what you predicted, then once we have the answers next year, you won't know if you got it right or wrong. So put it somewhere where you'll remember it. I'm going to put it right here on my desk, inside the desk, so that I know exactly where it's at. And that's that. That's that. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So make sure you store it somewhere where you'll know where it's at. So 1 year from today, we will answer these questions. We will know the answers of these questions in a year. And we will go over those, and then we will make new predictions for 2027. So yeah, hopefully you guys like that. So yeah, there you go, guys. Those are the NYE New Year's Eve predictions. It'll be crazy. Like, I know that people are very confident in their answers now. I'm pretty confident in my answers. By this time next year, some of the answers I'm going to be like, what was I thinking? I was silly. I was silly. I was absolutely silly. But remember, guys, remember, we're going in. If you get 0 predictions right, you meet Scar in the back rooms. So as long as you got at least 1 right, you're good. You're good. But we want to have more of this attitude. We want to have this type of thing happen. Right now, this is us. This is everybody today. This is all of us right now. We're something of a prophet ourselves. Right? Look at us. Look at us, guys. We're sitting up a little taller. The sun's shining a little brighter. It's all good now. It's all good now. It's all good now. I've seen some people starting to take this attitude, guys. We don't want this. We do not want this. This is not the attitude we want. We do have to wait a whole year, but don't be sad about it. It's going to be fine because we're going to be looking like this when we get these predictions right. Am I right? Am I right? We're right. We're 100% right. It's going to be like this. This is going to be all of us after we get some of these right. Guarantee you. It's the best feeling in the world. If you don't get them, if you don't get a lot of them right, this could be you though. This could be you, right? Peace out. Peace out next year. That could be you. So make sure you come back in a year. But at least get one right. At least get one right. That's all I'm saying. At least get one right. You gotta get at least one. Got to. Certainly, no one will miss all of them, right? Certainly, no one meets Scar in the back rooms. Certainly not. They don't meet bad times with Scar. They don't need that. They don't need that in their lives. Only good times. Only good times. What if we do want to meet Scar in the back rooms? Thing is, we don't really know if that's Scar. He's at a distance. He's kind of blurry. It may or may not be Scar. It could be a demon. Could be demon Scar. Bad times with Scar. You don't want the bad times. You don't want the bad times. So yeah, hope you guys join me again next year at this exact time, this exact place for more predictions, and to figure out if we got all the predictions right, none of the predictions right, or some of the predictions right from this year. We'll be going over those this time next year. This time next year.